Here we're going to take a look at how to move your course content from Unified Classroom over into Canvas. Before we get started, I want to take a quick moment just to emphasize the fact that we're moving it from one company platform to another company platform. So there's a good chance it's not going to look identical. ClassPages looks different than Canvas anyway, so we already know. Most things, as we have played with this, have come over pretty smoothly. You get kind of the outline of the things and they're organized how you had them, but depending on file formats and things, it might not come over quite right. For example, images, we've had it be kind of hit or miss in some courses with images coming over. Most things like links have come over okay, Google links, videos from YouTube, and any and all text that you've typed into content blocks and things have come over pretty nicely. It does look a little different, but it has come over and at least given you the structure of how you built your course. So to get started, you're going to want to start here on the Unified Classroom dashboard. Remember, to get to that, you'll go to classroom.powerschool.com, and at the bottom, log in with Google. Don't type any credentials in, just hit log in with Google. Once you're here on the dashboard, you're going to come down to quick links and my classes. Once this loads, you'll take a look and look for the course that you're wanting to copy over to Canvas. It'll probably open you default up to your active courses, which if you have any master courses, they'll probably be still active. If you don't see the course or courses you're looking for here, check in the inactive section and look down through this one. If you still don't see it, change the year here and look down through there and see if you can find what you're looking for. The course I'm going to do is going to be over here on my active page. I'm going to use my digital learning resources page. So I'm going to click into it to make sure this is the one I want. I just want to check before I go through the steps to export it. That's the one I want. Looks good. This is the one that I want. I'm going to come over here to manage class on the far right. I'm going to scroll down here to import/export. When this opens up, we're going to switch it over to export because we want to take it out of Unified Classroom. It's going to give you these options of 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. To be quite honest, I'm not quite sure what the difference is, but I have had teachers test it, and the 1.1 seems to work just fine. So I click on that. I hit export. It's going to give me a little status thing here. Depending on the size of the course, meaning how many materials you have in there, the size of some of the different files, it may take a few minutes. It hasn't generally taken a really long time, but this thing will spin here. Once it's completed, it'll say status complete. You're going to hit download. It will start the process of downloading it. The thing to keep in mind here is take a look down here what it's being called, because it's a weird name. So CCS Schools 13043. You'll see it in your downloads and you'll find it because you can search by date and time and things like that, but it might just be easy to take a look down there. Again, depending on the size of the course and how much material are in there, it may take a moment. This one's all good to go. I'm now going to come over to my Canvas dashboard here, and I'm actually going to start a new course just to pull it in. So I'm just going to call this one my DLR, Digital Learning Resources. You can name it, of course, whatever you want. I'm going to create my course. It's going to open up and just be a blank Canvas course, but that's fine. I'm going to come over here to the right and find import existing content. Once this loads, it's going to ask for a content type. The option that I want to choose is common cartridge right down here, because remember we picked a common cartridge from Unified Classroom. So common cartridge, choose file. I'm going to go into my downloads or this PC. It'll probably be my downloads, but I do see that today it's right here is that really long weird number. If you don't see it here, then click on your downloads and find it in there, but mine's right there. I'm going to open it up. Again, depending on the size of the course, it'll depend on how long this takes. I want to come down here to content, and I want to bring in all content. There has been question on whether I can bring in specific content. I honestly think your best bet is going to bring everything in and then delete what you don't want, than having to go through these steps again because maybe you've missed something. So my suggestion would be just bring in all content and then delete the stuff you don't to keep a hold of the stuff that you do. After that, I can just simply click import, and this bar will take off down here. This isn't the only bar I have to wait on typically another blue bar pops up. Again, the speed of this will just depend on your internet connection and the size of the course that you're bringing over. Once that guy completes, then this running bar will take off. And again, it just depends on the size. Sometimes it goes really fast. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. I haven't run into a problem. I think the whole process here with all of this has maybe taken 5 minutes at max, but it could take longer depending on your internet connection and the size of your course that you're bringing in. Once it's complete, it'll say complete. You're pretty much good to go. So now once it says complete, come on back over here to your dashboard and you should get your list of courses. It's going to be an unpublished one. So I'll come down here and here's the one that I titled it. I'll click on that, and with any luck, when it opens, I'll see my kind of course structure as I go down through here. And as I quickly look down through, these are the things that I pulled over. It looks a little different. It's in the Canvas format now, but my information is in there. When I click into some of these things, this will just, depending on what I had on these different pages in Unified Classroom, it'll change a little bit. But at the very least, my structure is here. It reminds me of what I had where. I might have to go out and grab the link from Google. I might not. It might have brought it over. But this is what it looks like when you bring over your course content. As always, if you have any questions, let us know.